You're staring at your retirement account doing the math for the 100th time. The numbers don't lie. You can't afford to retire in the States, not the way you want to live. So you start Googling best countries for retirement. And two names keep showing up everywhere: Mexico, Thailand, Mexico, Thailand. Here's what nobody tells you. Choosing between these two could be the most expensive mistake of your retirement life. I'm not talking about a few $100. I'm talking about the difference between living like royalty and scraping by, between seeing your grandkids grow up and watching them through a screen, between loving your new life and counting the days until you can escape. Mexico and Thailand are the undisputed heavyweights of the expat world, but they couldn't be more different. One is a 3-hour flight from Texas, the other is a 24-hour journey to the other side of the planet. Both promise you the retirement dream on $1,500 a month. Both have the world-class healthcare, both have thriving expat communities, but only one is right for you. Today we're settling this once and for all, 4 rounds, head to head. By the end, you'll know exactly which one matches your lifestyle, your budget, and your priorities. Let's get into it. Round 1. The wallet test. Let's talk about what really matters when you're living on a fixed income. Where does your money go further? I'm comparing 2 cities that represent the sweet spot for American retirees. For Mexico, Mérida, the cultural capital of the Yucatan, consistently ranked as one of the safest cities in Latin America. For Thailand, Chiang Mai, the northern gem that's become the retiree capital of Southeast Asia. Rent. First blood goes to Thailand. In Chiang Mai, you can rent a modern, fully furnished 1-bedroom condo with a pool, gym, and security for around $500 a month. We're talking about the Niman area, the trendy expat neighborhood with cafes everywhere, air conditioning, high-speed internet, the works. In Mérida, a comparable 1-bedroom in a safe neighborhood like Garcia Generes, you're looking at $900 to $1,000 minimum. Sure, you get beautiful colonial features, high ceilings, tile work, courtyards, but your wallet feels the difference immediately. Thailand takes round 1 on housing, clear knockout, groceries, the plot thickens. If you're buying groceries and cooking at home, Thailand edges out Mexico by about 8%. A week's worth of groceries in Chiang Mai runs $35. In Mérida, you're at $38 to $40. But the food culture is completely different. In Thailand, street food and local restaurants are absurdly cheap. A full meal with rice, curry, and a drink costs $2. The Thai ecosystem is built around eating out. You can eat 3 delicious meals a day for less than $10 total. In Mexico, you'll find cheap street food too, but the culture leans toward cooking at home, especially in Mérida. Mexican families cook. It's part of the social fabric. What does this mean? If you love cooking, the difference is negligible. If you want to eat out constantly, Thailand wins by a landslide. Utilities and transportation. Electricity in Thailand can shock you. Air conditioning runs constantly, and your electric bill can easily hit $150 monthly. Mexico's climate is hot too, but you'll pay closer to $80 to $100. Transportation. Mexico wins if you want a car. Thailand? Forget owning a car unless you're wealthy, but scooters cost $15 a month in gas, and a Grab ride anywhere in Chiang Mai is $2. The verdict on your wallet. Let's get specific. You're a single retiree with $1,500 a month. In Thailand, rent $500, food $300, utilities $150, transport $100, miscellaneous $300. You've got margin, you're comfortable. In Mexico, rent $900, food $250 if you cook, utilities $100, transport $100, miscellaneous $150. You're making it work, but there's no cushion. Bump that budget to $2,000. Suddenly, both countries are easy. The question stops being, can I afford it, and starts being, which lifestyle do I actually want? Bottom line, if your budget is strictly under $1,200 monthly, Thailand is the safer bet. If you got $2,000 or more, both give you a comfortable lifestyle, and now the decision comes down to other factors. Thailand takes round 1 on pure economics. Round 2, the Grandkids Factor. This is where the math stops mattering and your heart takes over. This is where I've seen retirees make decisions they regret forever. Let me tell you about Jim. He retired to Chiang Mai 3 years ago. Beautiful condo, incredible lifestyle. Then his daughter had a baby. Suddenly, that 24-hour flight became a prison sentence. He missed the birth because he couldn't get there in time. He watches his grandson grow up through FaceTime, and every call ends with him staring at the wall. Distance isn't just a number, it's a daily emotional calculation. Mexico is close. From Merida, you're a 2-hour flight to Houston. From Puerto Vallarta, 3 hours to San Diego. From San Miguel de Allende, a quick connection to anywhere in the States. What does this mean? You can go home for Thanksgiving, be there for your granddaughter's graduation. When your sister gets sick, you can book a flight that afternoon and be there by dinner time. Your kids can visit for a long weekend without blowing their budget. You're living abroad, but you're not cut off. Mexico lets you have your retirement adventure while staying tethered to the people who matter most. The financial reality. Round-trip flights from central Mexico to the US run $300 to $500. You can visit twice yearly without breaking your budget. Your kids can visit you for $600. Thailand is far. The flight alone is brutal, 15 to 20 hours in the air, plus layovers, 24 to 30 hours door to door. The cost? $1,500 round trip if you find a deal. The math? Visit the States twice a year from Thailand. You're spending $3,000 to $4,000 annually just on flights. That's $250 to $330 a month before accommodation back home. Suddenly, that $500 rent advantage gets eaten alive. Worse, your family isn't visiting you. A family of 4 flying to Thailand? $6,000 to $8,000 just for flights. It's not happening unless you're subsidizing it. If you retire to Thailand, you're saying goodbye to spontaneous visits. You're accepting that you will watch major life events through a screen. The emergency factor. What if something happens back home? Your spouse's parent has a heart attack, your child goes through a crisis. From Mexico, you can be on a plane within hours. From Thailand, you're useless. By the time you get there, the emergency is over. The honest question. How often do you realistically need to see your family? Not how often would be nice, how often for your mental health. If the answer is more than once a year, Thailand will hurt you financially and emotionally. If you have young grandkids, aging parents, close siblings, Mexico is the only choice that makes sense. But if you're truly ready to cut the cord, if you're free, Thailand offers complete escape. Total reinvention, a chance to become someone new. The round 2 verdict, Mexico wins for 90% of American retirees. Proximity is too powerful, but for that 10% genuinely ready to go full expat, who see distance as freedom, Thailand offers liberation Mexico can't match. Just make sure you're actually in that 10%. We've talked about your wallet and your heart, now let's talk about your body, because none of this matters if you can't get quality healthcare. Round 3, the healthcare safety net. Let me start with the conclusion. Both Mexico and Thailand have world-class healthcare. Care that rivals or exceeds the United States, delivered faster, with more personal attention, at a fraction of the cost. But the details matter. The quality question, both are excellent. Thailand has over 60 hospitals accredited by Joint Commission International, the gold standard worldwide. Places like Bumrungrad Hospital in Bangkok treat over 1 million patients annually. Doctors trained at Harvard, equipment newer than most American hospitals. Mexico has dozens of JCI accredited hospitals too. In Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Merida, you'll find hospitals with bilingual staff, modern technology, and specialists who trained in the States or Europe. On quality, this round is a tie. Both deliver excellent care. The cost comparison, where Thailand shines. A routine doctor's visit in Thailand, consultation with a specialist, costs $15 to $30 out of pocket. In Mexico, $30 to $50. MRI, Thailand, $300. Mexico, $400 to $500. Dental cleaning, Thailand, $25. Mexico, $40 to $50. The real difference shows up in prescription medications. Thailand has a robust generic drug industry. A month's supply of common medications costs $10 to $20. In Mexico, $30 to $50 for the same drugs. Insurance premiums, the age factor. Under 70 and healthy, both countries offer affordable international health insurance. around $1,000 to $1,500 annually. Over 70 or with pre-existing conditions, Mexico's insurance gets expensive fast. Why? Because insurers know complex cases might transfer to American hospitals, which are insanely expensive. They price that risk in. Thailand's insurance market is more isolated from American healthcare costs. A 75-year-old might pay $1,800 to $2,200 annually in Thailand versus $2,500 to $3,000 plus in Mexico. Specialized care and serious illness. Both countries can handle major issues. Thailand's top hospitals in Bangkok rival anything worldwide. Mexico's best hospitals in Guadalajara are excellent too. The psychological factor. In Mexico, if something goes catastrophically wrong, you can medevac to the United States. You're close enough. In Thailand, evacuating to the US is complex and expensive. Round 3 verdict. On pure cost and accessibility, Thailand takes this round. Cheaper care, lower insurance premiums for older folks, dirt cheap medications. But Mexico's advantage is proximity to US healthcare. For retirees with serious health concerns wanting that safety net, Mexico offers peace of mind. Healthy and cost-conscious, Thailand wins. Complex medical needs wanting options, Mexico edges ahead. We've covered your budget, family, and health. Now let's talk about actually living in these places day to day. Round 4, the ease of living. This is where cultural fit matters more than spreadsheets. You can have cheap rent and great hospitals, but if you feel anxious leaving your house, you won't be happy. The language question. In Mexico, you need some Spanish. Yes, English speakers exist in expat towns like San Miguel, but for car registration, plumbers, landlords, you need Spanish. The good news? Spanish is relatively easy for English speakers. Same alphabet, straightforward pronunciation, you can reach conversational Spanish in 6 months. Spanish schools everywhere charge just a few bucks hourly. Thailand is harder. Thai is tonal with a completely different writing system. But you don't actually need Thai to live comfortably in expat areas. In Chiang Mai and Bangkok, English is widely spoken where it matters. Hospitals, restaurants, malls, banks. You can live years without learning more than basic pleasantries. The trade-off, Mexico forces you to learn Spanish, integrating you into culture but requiring effort. Thailand lets you remain comfortably monolingual, easier but leaves you feeling more like a permanent tourist. Safety, the real talk. Thailand feels safer for most expats, especially for solo walking at night. Violent crime against foreigners is rare. Petty theft happens, bag snatching in tourist areas, but it's generally non-violent. Mexico's safety is more complex. Some cities, Mérida, Querétaro, San Miguel, have very low crime rates, but Mexico has higher violent crime overall, and cartel activity can create anxiety even in safe cities. Most expats in Mexico never experience violent crime. You avoid certain areas, don't flash wealth, stay aware, but the psychological weight of knowing crime exists at higher levels affects peace of mind. For solo women or security-conscious retirees, Thailand generally offers more peace of mind. Driving and transportation. In Mexico, car culture dominates. Bring your car across the border. Drive familiar highways. Navigation apps work perfectly. Love road trips. Want to explore. Like having your own vehicle. Mexico is perfect. Pack up and drive to Oaxaca, the beach, visit friends. It's the American driving experience in a foreign country. Thailand? Unless you're wealthy, you're not owning a car. But you don't need one. Scooters are the way of life. A decent scooter costs $1,000 to buy or $50 monthly to rent. You zip through traffic, park anywhere, feel 20 again. For longer distances, Thailand's public transportation is excellent. Cheap flights, comfortable overnight buses, trains, grab rides costing pennies. The visa situation. Thailand has a dedicated retirement visa, the OA. Over 50 with 800,000 baht in a Thai bank, about $23,000, or proof of monthly income gets you a 1-year renewable visa. Mexico offers temporary residency, renewable for 4 years before applying for a permanent residency. The catch? Mexico recently raised income requirements significantly. You now need monthly income around $3,600 or $60,000 in savings. Round 4, verdict. Thailand wins on safety perception, getting around without a car, not urgently needing the language, straightforward retirement visa. Mexico wins on cultural familiarity, driving and exploring independently, easier language if you want integration, geographic diversity. For someone valuing safety, convenience, and hands-off lifestyle, Thailand. For someone wanting to drive, explore, feel closer to American culture, Mexico, the final verdict. We've been through 4 rounds. Now, I'm giving you the conclusion you actually need, not which country is better, but which is better for you. The wrong choice isn't picking a bad country. It's picking the wrong country for your specific situation. Choose Mexico. If you need to stay connected to family, grandkids, aging parents, close family ties you can't imagine giving up, Mexico is the only rational choice. That 3-hour flight versus 24 hours makes all the difference. You want to keep driving. If giving up your car makes you anxious, if you love road trips, Mexico lets you keep that lifestyle. You're willing to learn Spanish. If you're excited about learning a new language, Spanish opens up Mexican culture. You have a budget of $2,000 or more monthly. At this level, Mexico's higher costs don't matter. You value cultural familiarity. Being in a predominantly Christian country with cultural touchpoints to the US provides comfort. Choose Thailand. If you're ready to fully commit to life abroad. No strong family ties pulling you back, kids are independent, okay seeing them rarely. Thailand's distance becomes freedom. Your budget is tight, living on $1,500 monthly or less. Thailand gives you significantly better quality of life. You prioritize feeling safe. If security is a top concern, especially solo traveling, Thailand's lower violent crime rates offer peace of mind. You're okay not owning a car. If you can embrace scooter life and public transportation, Thailand's car-free lifestyle is liberating. You have health issues requiring regular care. Thailand's combination of excellent healthcare and rock-bottom medication prices is unbeatable. You want complete escape from Western culture. If your retirement dream is experiencing something totally different, Thailand delivers. The mistakes I see people make. People choose Thailand for wrong reasons. They go for beaches and cheap beer, not understanding the emotional cost of distance. 2 years in, they're miserable and homesick. People choose Mexico and never learn Spanish. They live in expat bubbles, never integrating, complaining Mexico doesn't feel foreign enough while not experiencing actual Mexican culture. People underestimate healthcare needs. They pick based on cost of living while healthy, then panic when serious illness strikes. People ignore the family factor entirely. They convince themselves they won't miss grandkids' birthdays, then spend years in lonely regret. My honest recommendation: prioritize proximity to family over everything else unless you're absolutely certain you can handle the distance. Money problems can be solved, you can adjust budgets, cut costs. Safety concerns can be managed with smart location choices. But missing your granddaughter's childhood? That's not fixable. Time doesn't come back. If you're truly unattached, free, ready for adventure, Thailand will blow your mind and save you money. But for most American retirees, Mexico hits the sweet spot. Affordable enough to dramatically improve quality of life, close enough to maintain what matters most. Your next step, make a list of your non-negotiables. Not preferences, absolute requirements for happiness. Is seeing family twice yearly mandatory? Write it down. Is feeling completely safe walking alone essential? Write it down. Is staying under $1,200 monthly critical? Write it down. Now look at that list and see which country serves those non-negotiables. That's your answer. The bottom line, Mexico and Thailand are both incredible for retirement abroad. Neither is objectively better. But one is absolutely better for you. Mexico is for people who want to keep one foot in America, close enough to go back when it matters, far enough to transform their financial reality. Thailand is for people ready to completely reinvent their lives, to embrace the full expat experience, to trade proximity for paradise. Don't let anyone tell you which you should choose. This is your retirement, your life, your dream. Just choose based on reality, honest assessment of what you need to be happy, not Instagram photos or fantasy versions of who you wish you were. Choosing the right country could give you the best decade of your life. One more thing. Before you make this decision, there are 7 critical mistakes that can sabotage your retirement abroad, regardless of whether you choose Mexico, Thailand, or anywhere else. I've put together a complete breakdown of these 7 traps and exactly how to avoid them. If you're serious about retiring abroad, That video could save you from a catastrophic mistake. The link is in the description. Watch it before you buy that plane ticket. Now get out there and start building the retirement you actually deserve.